Hello my love, welcome to today's video. Welcome to my inventory video for my full makeup collection. I have been a big victim from the 2016, 2017, 2018 makeup craze. I have so much makeup and through the years I have accumulated a lot, but I've also started to purge a little bit because I feel I'm a big makeup fan and I don't mind having a lot of makeup in my collection, but I love to have the stuff that I really like, really love and actually use. So my plan for 2024 and probably a little bit into 2025, Jesus, the names, the years, the names. 2024 and 2025 are going to be completely a full purge of my makeup collection. I want to have more of a capsule makeup collection. Only things I love, only things I actually use, and I'm going to start off with doing an inventory. I have been decluttering a lot and I have been reorganizing my makeup collection a lot, so I have a few videos down below for you if you want to watch those first. Okay, now I'm going to start off. I'm going to put up some of the numbers on the side. I'm going to scooch a teensy bit what I have been doing. I have put some categories together, like I'm going to start off with priming. I'm going to tell the product. I'm going to show you what I have in my stash right now, what my goal is, why that is a goal, what my thoughts were behind that, and then all the stuff that came in 2024, the stuff I decluttered, the stuff I finished, what is the total then, and then I also put some bought, gifted, NPR columns in there because 90% of my makeup collection I'm buying. I'm buying 90% of my makeup collection. I don't have a lot of followers, as you can see. I don't have a lot of subscribers. That reminds me, if you like this video, then please subscribe. But I don't receive PR. But I do receive products that I test for We Are Eves. It's like a influencer kind of a website where a lot of people test products, beauty, makeup, all the things, and they leave their reviews. And if you want to, you can be a tester. It is for, I think, only people who live in Holland and in Belgium. So if you want to, I will leave a link down below. If you want to be a tester, then you just fill out a form and you can test products. And I am wearing this one today. This is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Foundation. I'm going to try this out for, I think, a week. And so far, so good. I really like my first impression. So that is when I say it is gifted, because I didn't pay for this. Ooh, there's someone at the door. Sorry about that. Someone was getting something from my door. All right. As I said, I'm going to go into primers. I have a few of them here. I counted them all up. If I'm talking about a regular primers, it's like a color correcting or something that's mattifying or something that is taking away my dry spots. I have 5 right now, and I think my goal is going to be 2, because just a regular good old Yale primer, like a gripping primer or a, I don't know, as I said, mattifying or hydrating primer, I don't use that a lot. I use a lot of pore filling primer, so I think 2 will be enough. When it comes to pore filling primers, I have 6 right now, and I don't think I need 6. I think 2 will be enough. I think something for summer months, something lighter, like this little one from Benefit. This is the Professional in hydrating. It's a hydrating primer, but I thought it has a different name as well. It's the Hydrating Face Primer. You have the regular as well, the pore filling primer as well. But I like this one more for summer because it's a little bit lighter, and something like this, like more of a heavy duty, like the e.l.f. one or the one from Smashbox. I really like those as well, but I don't need 3 or 4 of those floating around. I think if I have 2 in my collection, it will be fine. Then a glowy primer. I think I need one. I also have one. I have this one. It's a skin illuminator, and I also have the one from Charlotte Tilbury, which is technically not a primer, but I can use it as a primer. So I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to try and use it up. And I only need one because I feel I am someone who likes a little bit more of a natural, glowy, illuminating finish to my foundations. I don't like a matte foundation because I just don't know. I don't love how it looks on my skin. So if I buy one that is a little bit too mattifying, or if my skin is a little bit more drier, I would like to have the option of a glowy primer, but I don't need 1,000. One is more than enough. Then an eyeshadow primer. At the moment I have 13 of them. Who needs this many? Who needs this many? And if I'm really honest, the only 2 I really use on a regular are these 2. It's like the MAC paint pots in Soft Ochre and Painterly. And this is not a primer necessaire. This is also a paint pot, but it's in a like more of illuminating glowy thing. So this is more of a eyeshadow, creamy eyeshadow. But the rest, except for like a glitter primer, this one, I don't use all these. I just don't use them on the regular. I don't really love them that much. I was thinking about this and I was like, how much do I feel like realistically I would need? I have 13 right now in my collection. I think that is way too much. I think I will go with 3 because I want Soft Ochre and Painterly always, and I think it's going to be a good thing to have a white one as well, just to make sure that if something, I don't know, Soft Ochre and Painterly are both a little bit yellow or a little bit more rosy leaning, and if I have something that is really white, then I can really show off a color, or I can do a cut crease or anything like that. But I think that's enough. I don't need more than that. And if I want to try something out, a new one, I like the Sigma ones as well, but I found out that I like the the paint pots better. That is what I want to do. If I like the paint pots better, then I have the paint pots, and I don't also have the Sigma ones. That's basically what I'm trying to do here. As I said, a glitter glue. I have one right now, and I think that is enough. I think one is enough. I have had this for years. I think I might be, it might be smart to maybe replace this, but I think, it's not hurting my eyes or anything like that, so I think I'm fine. But I think one is more than enough. Then I have a brow primer. It's just a Brow Faux primer from Benefit. I really like this product. It has really done something for my brows. I have very easy brows. I have enough hairs on my neck. Well, you can see them. I didn't do a lot to them today. I just put a little bit of brow mascara in here. That's all I did. So I don't need a lot of these types of products. I must say, I saw on the Douglas website when I wanted to repurchase this, because I have one in the running right now, and I also always have a backup. I didn't see one. I didn't see it anymore, so I don't know if they still make this. If this goes out of their collection, I'm not going to go in search of something else, because it's just an extra step and it just does something to my brows. But I think I will maybe use something like a castor oil or a rosehip oil. I don't know, something like that. But this is nice, and I think one is more than enough. I have right now 4 different lip scrubs in my collection. My goal is to have 2, because I want just one I really like, and I want one backup for the one I really like. I'm the backup girly. I like a backup for certain products that are like really priming, staple products. I like to have a backup of those, especially when I know I will go through them at some point. I just don't want 4 backups. I think that's insane. I think it's just leave your money in your bank account and not in a product in the drawer you're going to use in like 2 years or something like that. But I like to, for certain products, I like to have a backup. And a lip scrub is one of those. I have not yet found the perfect one. So I think they're going to be a little bit more than those 2 I have in my goal, in my rotation for the coming few months, maybe year. Just to see what I think is that perfect product, because I haven't found it yet. Then for a lip primer over a chapstick kind of a product, I have 2 right now, and I think that's a nice amount to have. I always use like a Burt's Bees one, or I use a Laneige like lip mask type of thing, but I haven't really found something that I really love to use after I scrub my lips, because every time I do my makeup I scrub my lips and I put something on, like a little bit of a balm, but I haven't found anything where I'm like, okay, this is perfect and I can put some lipstick over there, or it's just sunken into my lips when I'm done with my makeup, because my lips are like mostly the last step. 9 out of 10 times it's the last step I do, and priming is of course at the beginning. So I put the primer on or the chapstick on, and like 20 to half an hour later I will put my lipstick on there. So I need something that will sink into my lips, gives them a little bit of hydration, but the Laneige one stays on too long because it's a mask, so nobody is really, surprised about that. The chapstick from Burt's Bees I don't really love. I like them, but I don't really like the feel. It's a little bit of silicone. I don't know. it's just not my favorite yet. So it's something that is, it's a category that's going to have a little bit more of products, I think, floating around for the coming period, because I don't know. And if I found one that is perfect, then I want to have a backup, because you go through those and you want to have one in your rotation at all time. Okay, then I have the last thing is a setting spray, and I have 7 setting sprays at this moment. I don't think that is crazy. That's not a crazy amount to me, but I know I mostly reach for my MAC Fix Plus. I am very much into that. Like, if I love something, it's a staple, it's a favorite, I'm not changing. Not a lot. I also like the one from Charlotte Tilbury, but I think it's a little bit more expensive, so I just go for the MAC one. I have to check up on that. I don't know for sure, but I have 7 right now. I think I want to have a goal of like 4. So I'm going to use a few up. And I think 4 for me is, I want 1 finishing spray that is really the MAC Fix Plus. It's just making sure that all the powder sunk into your makeup. I like, or in your makeup, into your face, into your skin. I like that look. I don't know what it does for longevity. If you have like a very warm day and you are at a wedding or something like that, I think you need something that is more of like a true setter, like really true setting spray. I have the one from Scandinavia. I really like that one, so I think I'm just gonna always have that one in rotation as well. I want 1 backup for my finishing spray, and I think I just want one maybe like that has something extra, something like a little sparkle in there, or something, doesn't really matter what it is. Or I want just the one that I'm still trying out. I don't mind to have that 4th one in my collection. So that is why I have 4 as my goal, because I think 7, it's not a lot. It's by any means not a lot, but it's way more than I would normally use. And I am noticing I'm reaching for the same ones. So that's a waste. Okay, we go into face makeup, and I'm going to start off with concealer. This is my little concealer basket. I have 16 in my rotation right now. I have 2 in my top drawer. That's a whole different video. I am trying everything out because I need to decide what I want to get rid of. I'm trying everything out. There are 2 in my top drawer right now to try out this month. But I have 16 in total, and there are a few of these I don't love. There are a few I really love. So my goal is to have 6. And maybe that sounds like a lot, but I think that if you really love makeup, it's not that much. It's not that much. We all know that at some point you want something that has a bit of a lighter coverage. Then you want something that is more like a medium to almost full coverage when you want to go full glam for like a gala night or whatever. There are reasons why to have the 6. I wrote them down, the reasons. For me, I would like to have 1 light one for winter, a little bit of a darker one when I just want to make sure that it blends into the rest of my foundation, or if I'm wearing a very light foundation, I can just make sure that I can mix something in. Then I want a medium and a light coverage. I want 1 backup, and I want 1 for swatching. Well, I think that's very nice. I think that is a very normal amount. Let me know down below, but I think that is very well thought through, but I have to get rid of 10. That's a mission. Then I have foundation, and I have broken them down in categories. The first one, a foundation powder. I have 3 in rotation right now. I think my goal is to have 2. I want 1 for summer. I want 1 for winter. More than that, I don't need, but I like a powder foundation. It has a place in my collection. Then a liquid foundation. It's by far the biggest category when it comes to foundations. I have 17. I don't need 17 liquid foundations. I have 18 now because I got this one. I think, and maybe I have been a bit ambitious when it comes to this amount, but I think 4 will be enough. Because I think if I have a winter and a summer shade in something I really love, I'm done. And I want something that has several finishes. So it might go to 6, maybe, but I want something that has a light coverage. I want something natural, luminous. I want something with a little bit more of a full coverage, but I want, if I have one that I want to wear day and night, I think I want to have one in my winter and my summer shade, but I can only have 1 of those. So there will be 2. So I think I'm going to bump up this to 6. You know what? I made an executive decision. It's going to be 6. and it's going to be 6. It makes a lot more sense. Then for a cream foundation, and with a cream foundation I mean something like this. This is a cream foundation. This is the Miracle Touch Cream to Liquid Foundation from Max Factor. I love this. This one is a little bit dirty and it dried out a little bit because I neglected it basically. I bought this because I wanted to try a lot of the Max Factor foundation, but I fell in love with this one and I bought it back up. Because I feel like it's a little bit gross, but it's so nice. I use this with a sponge for my everyday. As I said, if I just want to cover the redness in my T-zone, I use a little bit on my chin, on my cheeks, on my nose, a little bit up here, but not even on my forehead. I don't even have foundation on my forehead right now because I have these deep lines. These. It's a whole thing. But if I use a sponge or I use like a brush, both of them really work. I love the finish. So I want to have always that one in rotation. I don't need a backup. It's just that one. The thing is though, I think I will only use it in winter because it's quite of a heavy formula. So I think I will only use that in winter. So I thought if I have one, I'm done. I'm good. Then the next one is the foundation skin tint. A light, very light coverage foundation. So this it's not included in the liquid foundations. It's just something like a skin tint. It's not a foundation, a skin tint. And I think I have one right now, but I would love to have 2 because I want to be able to choose between the 2. It's always, the one is always a little better than the other one, or the one has a little bit more coverage than the other one. So I think 2 would be a good one, would be normal. In the greater scheme of things. And the reason why I say only 2, if I only want them in my summer shade, because I am only going to wear them in summer. I'm not going to wear a skin tint in winter very quickly because I will reach for the cream foundation. Then I thought what also would be fun is like a foundation in a cushion form, like a cushion foundation. I have 0 at the moment, but I feel like it's coming. It's like a new trend. It's coming back. I remember them of old. I remember the days of old where we had, I think, the very popular one was either Guerlain or Lancôme. One or the two had a very popular cushion foundation. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. I can't remember, but I know I have been searching for it. So I thought I have none right now, but I want to try one. I want to have one in my rotation, and I would like to have something that is more of a medium to light coverage. It doesn't have to be a full coverage, but I think it's, you know, I'm a makeup fan. I like to have something. And I want to be able to choose between that and the one for the skin tint or the cream. So that is why I went there. Let me see. So in total, I will have... So if I reach my goal, I will have a total of 12 foundations in my rotation. There are a lot more right now. There are like 23 right now. So I have to get rid of 11. That's so much. But I think that is a nice amount to have. It's a lot. I know it's for a regular makeup user. It's a lot, but I'm not a regular makeup user. I have my YouTube channel. I love makeup. I love trying stuff out. It's a hobby. It's like fun for me. So I think this could be okay. Then I'm going into powders. I have 2 categories here. I have a loose and I have a pressed. My preference is a pressed powder. I have 5 right now, and my goal is to have 4. And the reason why I'm saying 4 is I want one to just set my makeup. I want one for only the eyes, like the one from Pat McGrath. I really love that one, and I feel like that is a very beautiful powder for under my eyes. And it doesn't do the same as the other setting powders do for me. Maybe if I find something that I can use all over, it's fine. And I want one that is more mattifying for winter. So if I have something that is really, really glowy, or for summer, I have to say. If I have something that is really, really glowy and I want to set it down a little bit, I want something that has more of like a mattifying quality to it. And on the other hand, I want something that is more luminous. So I want a luminous powder to make sure that if I have something very matte heavy, a foundation that is very matte, I want something that gives me a little bit of luminosity back to my skin. And then I want something that is more of like a natural buffing type of powder. I think that is a good normal regular amount, and if I look at how I do my makeup and my makeup preferences, I think this is going to be more than enough. And the reason why I'm saying I love pressed powders is because the loose powders, it's just messy to me. The only loose powder I like is something that is more of a buffer, that is so finely milled, like you have the Guerlain, the little beads, or you have the one from by Terry. I think it's like a hydrating of hydro powder, something like that. Those two I love, and I love that for my rotation. And the funny thing is, I have my loose powders, I have 10 right now, and my goal is to just have one. So I will either have the pearls or I have to buy Terry one just for buffing. But if I also have a pressed powder that is good for buffing, then I don't need any more of the loose powders anymore. I just don't like it. It's just messy. You can't really like control how much you put on your brush. So I like to have just pressed. No further questions at this moment. Alright, then for mascaras, I have 7 at the moment. I think that is quite okay. I think I showed some restraint when it comes to my mascaras. I have 7. My goal is to have 4. And the reason why is because I really want a separate one for my lower lashes, because I don't have a lot of lashes there. I really need a certain type of brush, a certain type of smaller brush, and more of like a different kind of a bristle than I use for my top lashes. So I want one for my top lashes as well. And I want one backup, and I want 1, maybe 2 colored ones. Right now, I haven't found a mascara that I love, 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 love. That does everything for me. I want something that's lengthening, keeps a curl, lifts, is nice and black, like separates my lashes, has a good black color to it. But that's like being Goldilocks a little bit. Like wanting everything. I know it's maybe not in one product, but right now I am using the lash brag from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I like it, but it's clumpy. It gets clumpy really soon because it's like a thicker formula. So yeah, so I think my goal is to have 4 if I find that perfect one. So as I said, this is going to be probably one of those categories that have a little bit more in my stash than the goal is in the coming few months. Then I have a brow pencil. At this moment I have 7. I think 3 would be enough. 1 lighter one, 1 darker one, and 1 backup. I tend to go for the precision ones, like the Precisely My Brows. I also have the bigger one. What's it called? Oh, the Goof Proof pencil. I have the one right now that's a little bit bigger. I don't really mind either way, but I think I prefer the Precisely My Brow because it's more precise, and the bigger like tip of them, the Goof Proof, I have a feeling that it's tugging at the hair, so it makes my hairs fall out a little bit, and I don't want to get rid of any brow hairs. If I can help that, thank you very much. Then I have 1 brow powder. It's one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think that is more than enough. I don't want a pomade. I don't use that. I think it's way too heavy for my brows. A pencil or a brow powder will be enough. So 1 I have, and 1 is my goal. Then I have the brow setting gel. I really want. I think it's a handy thing to have one that is a mascara. I think there's one I want to have that is like more of a gel clear one, and I want more of a laminating one. I'm just also really curious what that does, but I think it's a very nice look if they stay up a little bit more. I just don't always want that look. So right now I have 2, and my goal is going to have 3, and at this moment I don't have anyone that I really, really, really love. I have the one from NYX and I have the one from Benefit in my rotation right now. I like them. But I don't know if they're perfect. And I don't have a laminating one, and I don't have a gel one right now. So that's something. Okay, then I'm going to go into face palettes. And face palettes, I mean more than 2 shades. I have a few like bronzer duos, blush duo, bronzer, and a blush or a blush and a highlighter duos. I didn't count them as a face palette, just like the face palette with more than 2 shades. I have 7 right now. And I think I want to go into 2. My goal is to have 2. I am someone who reach for them from time to time. Mainly the ones that are blush and highlighter, not necessarily the ones who have a bronzer as well. But I think 2 is more than enough. I don't mind having two. I have two I really want to keep, so that is also maybe, and I could get rid of the rest, technically. But those two I really love, so that is also why I think two would be enough. I'm just really thinking of how I use my makeup and my preference there. So yeah, I think two would be enough. Then face palettes where I have only two shades. So like I said, a bronzer and a blush and a highlighter, two blushes, two bronzers. I have 11. In total I have 11. I don't really use them that much, but there are a few I really like, and sometimes it is handy to have like, when you look at like a bronzer duo, it is nice to have a sculpting and more of a bronzer powder. I think it would have a place to have like 4, because I think I would reach for those. And also with blushes, if you have a shiny version and a matte version, I would see myself using both of them, or in conjunction or separate from each other. So yeah, I think that 4 would be a nice amount, and it's just, you know, you have to draw the line somewhere. Then I'm going into my bronzers, blushes and highlighters, powders and cream. I have bronzer powders. I have 18. And I know this is a category in every gal's makeup collection or boy's makeup collection. That is something you have a lot. Blush, either highlighter or bronzer. If you love either 3, one of the 3 or all of them, you're gonna have a lot. And I was thinking about what would be a normal or a amount of bronzers that I think would be realistic and I would reach for them all, for all of them. And I settled down on 6. Maybe I am being a little bit ambitious here, but I think 6, if you have different undertones, different finishes, then I think 6 at the end of the day is enough. I think it could be enough. And I'm just talking powders right now, not creams, powders. I love creams as well, so that's coming up. Then for blushes in a powder form, I have 27. 27. I really like blush, as you can understand, deduce from this one, from this number. Oh my god, 27. When I was counting them, I was like, oh, this is a lot. I am going to try and go for 6 as well. I think realistically, when it comes to my goal, I think if I end up at 10, I will be okay. And it's the same for as I said, at the bronzers. If I have different colors, different finishes, I will be okay. I will be okay, but I think 6 is very ambitious. I think I'm going to change it to 10. But if it would be 6, I would love that. Also because I want to have a few cream blushes as well. And when it comes to highlighters in a powder form, I have 20 right now. And I would also realistically would like to have 6. And especially because at the end of the day, if you are a certain skin tone, you use a certain colored highlighter that is working for you. And sometimes you want something that has a bit of a wet look, then you want something that is a bit more sparkly, then natural finish, and 1 or 2 maybe from these multicolors the ones you have. I have 2, I think, from Kaleidos that are really, really cool, but I don't wear them a lot. I just wear them sometimes. I think 6 would be enough, especially because I also want to have a few cream highlighters, and it's the same. It's the same thing there. You will have the same type of shade in there. Especially if I look at my own makeup preferences. This could change, but I think it's okay. When it comes to cream bronzers, I have 3 right now, and I think that is a perfect amount. So my goal is also to have 3. I really like creams. I use them a lot, so I think it is acceptable, especially when you think of different shades and different undertones. I think 3 would be good. Then the blush in the cream form, I have 5, and I would like to have 3, because I think I I combine a cream bronzer with a powder blush more than I add a cream blush on top of the cream bronzer. I don't know why, because I like the look. It's just something I do, and a 9 out of 10 time I just go for more of a shinier one like this. This is still in the thing because I haven't hauled it yet. It's the Skin Glazing by Nabla, so there's a little bit of a sheen. In this blush, I really like that. Combine it with something that is like more of a cream product in the bronzer and the highlighter. But I think 3 would be enough for that blush. And then for the highlighter creams, I have 6, and I would like to have 3 because of what I said with the powder highlights. I don't think I will have a lot of other undertones than champagne. It means I have to get rid of a lot though. Oh my god, I have to get rid of a lot. I have, let me add this up. I'm just really curious how much I have. First I have to get rid of. I have 79 bronzers, blushes, highlighters in powder and in cream form in total. And I want to have 31. So I have to get rid of like 48. Did I say 79? Oh my god, I have to get rid of so many. As I said, it is a project. This is a project. Oh my gosh. But I'm really glad I'm doing this right now. Alright, then I'm going to eye makeup. So eyeliners, eye pencils, eyeshadows, all that jazz. When it comes to colors, like I had the mascaras, but I want to, I just put this in a different category. I have 13 eyeliner pens. So that's like a cream formula eyeliner, like in a pen format. I have 13 right now, and I thought I would like to have 10. And 10 it's a lot, I know, but you know, when it comes to eyeliner, the one time you want something brown, then you want something black, then you want a different undertone, then you want a different type of formula. You have the Natasha Denona, that's a little bit more forgiving than the one from NYX, the Epic Liner. I want different formulas, different colors, so I think 10 would be acceptable. Then when I have then I went into counting my eye pencil like in a kajal kind of a formula, so the one you can sharpen, or at least, you know, like the kajal ones. I have 41. And let me tell you, I don't use 41 of them. Like, not even by a long shot. So I was thinking how much is realistic for me. Considering the fact today I'm wearing very neutral makeup, but normally I am for much more of a... Well, I don't want to say normally, but I really love to wear color as well. And I like to combine that with a little bit of a liner, either in a kajal form or in a more of like a eyeliner pen. But I thought, okay, if I have 41 right now, what is going to be an acceptable number? Because I don't really use them in my waterline. I can imagine if you use them in your waterline that it really does something to your makeup look. But I'm not someone, I don't do that a lot. So I needed to be realistic. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for 15 as a goal. 15. I think I'm going to go through all my kajal liners soon. I will film that and just get rid of it a lot before I even think of, okay, what am I missing? What needs to be replaced or anything like that? Because I have a few that are really old, and I think I need to replace them, especially because I'm, you know, using them in the eye area. So yeah, I am going to do something with that, but I thought 15 is going to be good. You always have black, you always have brown, you have a few shades of brown out of the 10 times, maybe a gray, some colors. So yeah, 15. I'm going to try 15. Then I counted all my single shadows. The single shadows, I'm going to do a project with them. I'm going to make 3 palettes, 1 cooler tone, 1 warmer tone, and 1 like very neutral. And I'm going to combine the shades, the colors with that. And then I'm going to try them out. And I take the colors out and put new colors in. I think that's a good idea. I will put it all in videos. I don't know how, but I think it's a good way to at least get some use out of my collection. I don't necessarily want to get rid of a lot. It's just me wanting to get some use out of what I have. Oh, and my battery's flashing, so I'm going to change my battery and I will be back. And we're going to count all the single shadows and eyeshadow palettes. Alright, so as I was saying, we're going to go into my single shadows. I have 52 Divina eyeshadows. I have 30 Cleonut. I have 48 of Sydney Grace. I have 92. Little Cosmetic shades, because I had this moment where I wanted to just try them all. I wanted to have them all, and I stopped, I think, 3 years ago with trying to collect them. They will have many more. Then from Color Drain I have 3. I have 30 from Makeup Geek because I bought a lot when they went out of business. Then I have 14 by Inglot, well, almost -1 because that one that I used to set my makeup, or my primer, sorry, is almost done. Then I have 5 by Nabla, 1 by Colourpop, and 3 just miscellaneous, they're just hanging around. I have a palette from Colourpop that is called Here Comes the Sun, and that is a palette of fully loose, it's a palette comprised of loose shadows. I think there are 24 in there, but I didn't count them here because I counted that as a palette. And I'm going to add up how many I have. Okay, I have 278 single shadows. I think it's a good thing. I'm going to use them a little bit more. That's just what I want to say. I'm going to use them a lot more in how I said I was going to, I want to do that. Then I have a few single eyeshadows that are like little pots, like I wanted to get one, but then my lamp is going to fall. Like the one from MAC, like in those little cases. I have 32 loose eyeshadows in their own container. 32. I don't really have a goal for them, but I don't want to have 32. That's insane. That's insane. Then for my creams, I have also 11. I have a few of those Stila ones. I have a few of the ones from, I don't think I have a few. I have 1 or 2 from Colourpop, and I have 1 from MAC. If I'm going to try them out, see if they've dried up. If they've dried up, I'm going to get rid of them, and otherwise I'm just going to try and use them a little bit more, because creams don't last that well. You know, when it comes to a powder, you can get away with using them for a while, but when it comes to creams, that's not a very smart move, and especially if you're using them on your or around your eyes. Not cool. I don't have glitters. I have glitters in like palettes and stuff like that, even though I like glitter eyeshadow. I know I'm one of the only ones on the interweb, but I like glitter eyeshadows from time to time. I think they can add something fun, but I don't have any loose ones in like a tiny pot or something. Then I'm going to go into eyeshadow palettes. I have small and bigger. I have a small, I mean like 5 shades or something, or like a small format. So maybe there are 9 shades in there, or 6 or something. But the pens are really small, like the ones from Viseart. So the smaller ones, the teens, you know, the one you travel with. I have 50 of those. I'm not gonna set a goal. I think I'm just gonna go through all my eyeshadow palettes each year and just see what did I use, do I still love them, do I don't, do I, you know, do I just toss them. I'm going to do that every year, but right now I have 50. I've recently done that, or I haven't recently done that. I have done that a year ago, but I've recently made a makeup or a video about that. I think every year would be good just to assess if you still want to keep those. I like the smaller ones because I take them traveling, so 50 for me, it's a lot, I know, but as I said, I am a makeup enthusiast. I love it. It's my hobby, so I don't mind having an amount like that. And then bigger palettes, I have 67. And also, I think I got rid of almost 60 or a little over 60 when I did my declutter, so I got rid of a lot. I have all my eyeshadow palettes, the bigger ones in 2 Alex drawers, and the small ones I have in 1 Alex drawer. And that's not even full because my little like single powder and cream eyeshadow pots are also in there. So for me that feels like I pull out that drawer and I can see everything, so it doesn't feel very overwhelming. Let me put it like that. We're almost there. The only thing I have left are Lippies and eyeliner pots. Eyeliner pots I have 13. I think I would, if I want to put a goal on that, I think 4 would be enough because I don't really reach for them that much. But I go through phases. Sometimes I like them a lot and I use them a lot, and if I don't like them, then I don't use them. I tossed a lot. I have these. I have them here from, I think this is Little Cosmetics. It totally dried up. I don't use them a lot, and I think I could maybe revive them with water, but seriously, this was like a full little pot and it totally dried up because I never use this. I can just, no. And I'm not gonna try and save it because apparently I didn't use it, but then I don't want to buy new ones. So that is something I am very much conscious about right now. So I have 13 and I would like to have like 4, not even more than that. Okay, then for Lippies, I have 34 lip liners, and I have a lot of double ups when it comes in colors. I have a lot of mauvey, neutral, rosy kind of shades. So I am going to go through all of them. I think I'm going to do a video about this. I want to swatch them on my lips because I know that the undertone of the skin of your lips, like the color of your lips, is really going to do something to the color of the lip liner. But I did a lip swatching video recently with some lipsticks that were just on the chopping block, not even everything, just the ones that were on the chopping block. And I did okay, but if I have to do that with lip liners, I'm going to be in so much pain. So I think I'm going to see if I can like swatch one on my lips and then see if it's very similar to the rest I have, and then see what I want to toss or what I want to keep. And I set myself a goal in this category. I think if I have 15, I should be okay, because you can really combine different undertones and shades with a lipstick that is not exactly the same tone as the lip liner. So I think it should be okay. If I have something like a nude, a pink, a red, a brick red, a coral, stuff like that, I should be fine. Then for bullet lipsticks, I have 69 right now, and my goal is to have 35 because I just want to try and get rid of half of it. I have like this little container that I made out of these loose thingamajiggs. I will show you. I will put a picture up. I think if that is full, then it's full. So if there's something that's gonna come in, something has to go out. And right now I have 69. I need to do something about that. There are also liquid lipsticks in there. I have 8. I don't like liquid lipsticks, not a lot. So I think my goal will be 4. So it should be plenty to have 4 if you don't love a formula. Then lip glosses. I also have a lot of lip glosses in that like little container I made. I have 16 in total, and I think if I set a goal for myself for 10, I would be good, because a lip gloss is not something I reach for a ton, but there are some occasions and some colors and some formulas that I really like. So like the ones from Lisa Eldridge I really like. They are a little bit more opaque, and they are very nourishing on your lips, but they really look like a gloss. So your hair will stick to them, all the things, but they wear really well. And sometimes I just like something like the Lunar Beauty lip glosses. I really like them as well. They are a little bit more sheer when it comes to the color, but there's a little sparkle in there. It's very flattering on the lips. So I think 10 in total for something I don't reach for a ton should be enough. Then I have some lip crayons. Like I have one from Burt's Bees, I have one from NARS, like stuff like that. Like you draw the Maybelline, I think I also have, or is it L'Oreal? I don't remember. It's nice because you can really be precise, so it's something you can toss just in your bag or something like that. I like them. It's more of a matte type of formula, but sometimes they are very comfortable because they're not very dry. So I thought I have 9 right now, and I think 4 should be enough, but I said that it's included in a bullet lipstick. So if I have 4 lip crayons, I can have 31 bullet lipsticks instead of the 35, because it's in the same boat, it's in the same category. So I think that 4 should be enough when it's including bullet lipsticks. Then lip tints. I like lip tints. I like lip tints, especially in summer, if you put something on and you just put gloss over top on top of them for the rest of the day. It's easy, I think, and it gives like that fun little popsicle look. So I have 2 right now, and I would like to have 4. And I think It's maybe weird because I'm saying I want to get rid of some stuff, but I really like a formula like that. And I only have 2 in somewhat of the same shades, like a very pinky pink, berry pink. And yeah, I think 4 would be good, just to have more of a coral one or more of an orangey or a red one as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to have 4. I have 2, I think, from the Korean brands. I don't really remember which ones. One I like, one I don't really love because the taste is so garish. It's so nasty, really. Like it's so chemically, I don't know, I don't love it. So I have a little bit of a search when it comes to lip tints as well, which could be really fun. Then for lip oils, I really like lip oils. I really like them. I think that is not a surprise. A lot of people like lip oils. I think they're the perfect combination, or the perfect alternative. That's the word I was looking for. English, not my first language. I feel lip oils are a very good alternative to lip glosses. So I have 2 right now. I have one from Milani and I have one from the Hema. If you're in Holland, you know the Hema. And maybe if you're in England also, in Belgium. I think they have a few stores right now in different countries. But it's a very Dutch thing. I have one from the Hema. I have one from Milani. I really like them. So I think I would like 2 more. That's enough, but I think they're intriguing. So I want to try a little bit more, a little different formulas from different brands, and then pick the ones that I really love. And if I have 4, I will be good, because I think I will go through them as well. So this was my makeup inventory. I added everything up and I have a total of 861 makeup items in my collection. I didn't include fragrances, maybe you noticed, because I am not one who loves fragrances. I put a few the same ones on. I think I have 2 that I put on in rotation. And I have a lot of samples, and I have a lot of these like sample kind of things when I still had my Perfumado subscription. It's like a Scentbird type of thing. I'm not one of those. I don't when a YouTuber right now, or content creator I follow is going on and on about a fragrance right now, I always just skip ahead. I don't care. I don't care. I like to smell them, and I think it's fun to smell them in store, but I don't need someone talking about it. I want to smell them and I can't. It's very anticlimactic to me. So I didn't include fragrances, but in total I have 861 makeup items. I must say, while I was doing this accounting and taking inventory, I got rid of a few stuff. So right now I have 844 makeup items in my collection. I didn't include skincare, I didn't include fragrance, because I don't have a problem there. I have a problem when it comes to makeup. Now, if I'm looking at my goal, and keep in mind, I didn't set a goal for my single shadows, my palettes, and my eyeliner pots. If I'm done, and if I reached my goal, I have 191 makeup items in my collection, excluding the eyeshadows. It's still a lot. It's still a lot, I know. But I think that would be good. So I'm going to work on that, and the reason and how I'm going to do it, I'm going to just put up content like me testing out several type of bronzers against each other, highlighters, blushes, mascaras, the works. I'm also going to look for that perfect mascara. I'm going to look for that perfect lip tint. I am going to look for that perfect cushion foundation. The categories I don't have my perfect in yet, I am going to look for those, and I'm going to take you along for the ride. And if you want to join in, and if you want to take up inventory, it takes a little bit. You know, it took me, I don't know, I think an hour or 2, 3 to count everything. Approximately, maybe even less, and put them in the sheet. That's a lot of work. I will have the sheet for you if you want it. It's down in the description box. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I am also going to have hauls, because I will be buying new stuff as well. I'm just going to be a lot more conscious of what I'm buying, because I know my preference right now, and I know where I have some new favorites to find, and where I have a lot of stuff to declutter. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hope you're going to take this journey with me. Let me know down below in the comments if you will. And yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye!